Hey YouTube!
It's Yoda.
It's Gus.
And we are
Eurovision Buddies! Let's move to Denmark 2013 with Emily de Forest and Only Teardrops.
How many times do we have to fight? How many times do we gotta wrap between us? Only teardrops, only teardrops. Only teardrops.
Let's rate her vocals. 1, 2, 3. 8. She was good.
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
He's 8.
That's a excuse me. How do you say? It's a fucking 8.
Alright, let's say it's an 8.
She was good. Nothing
Yeah.
more than that.
She was on point.
Not one of my favorite songs, to be honest. That's why I'm not like very excited about it. I know it's a fun favorite, but for me it's one of the most forgettable winners ever.
For me, Azerbaijan, Germany, and this one, I like. What were you thinking?
Let's move on to the performance.
Let's rate her performance and leave her as. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
6.
6. 6 as well.
I found it to be
Kind of bland, actually.
kind of bland, not original, not a winner's performance.
And I didn't get what was all about the drums. I mean, only teardrops and only men playing the drums behind her for some reason.
Yeah.
I didn't get that performance.
Hey, let's move on to the song. 1, 2, 3. There it is. I saw what you were writing. It's a 7 for me as well. It's a catchy song, but nothing more than that.
Exactly. Let's move on. 42 out of 60 for Emily de Forest.
Let's move on to our favorite Conchita from Austria in 2014.
From the fading light of light, rise like a phoenix, out of the ashes seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution, you were won. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn.
Okay, let's rate her vocals.
1, 2, 3. 9 again? I give her a pure 10. She was awesome, her vocals were stunning. I mean, that was one of the major reasons that she won. And I give her a pure 10, she gives me goosebumps as well.
Okay, I give her a 9. She was amazing. I loved the performance. I thought she was spot on. I just thought that, okay, a 10 would require a little bit more. I don't know
More
why.
than that?
I don't know, I'm kind of harsh on the vocals for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever give a 10 vocals.
Okay.
So 9 is actually a 10 for me.
Many times I give 10 just because some imperfections for me make the song even better.
Yeah,
So
but
that's why I'm not so harsh on the
okay.
vocals. Are you ready to rate the performance?
Yes.
I already did. 1, 2, 3. 9.
I give it an 8.
It was something special, it was something majestic. She was alone on stage, she didn't even move, but she managed to fill the space and everyone was speechless. So, and also the wings at the back and the video wall, it was pure 10. 9. Pure 9. Pure 9.
Well, I gave her an 8 because she could have, I don't know, moved a little bit for some reason. I thought that she was very static.
Let's rate her song.
I'm ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
9 as well.
9 as well.
It's such a majestic song. I know it's so much like Skyfall from Adele. And but I think it's just because it's the whole James Bondy theme. It's so cinematic, but it's so inspirational. At first, it was a bit forgettable, I must admit. That's why I gave her 9 and not a 10. But the more I listen to it, the more it grows in me. And I just feel inspired and motivated every time I listen to it.
Yeah, I gave her a 9 as well because I felt that, like, because Skyfall had just dropped that year and it was so recent, and we had this pre-notion that every song that sounded like that would be a copycat.
Yeah.
And
Even if she wasn't. But
even
yeah.
if she wasn't, I mean, okay, who didn't just have in their mind like, oh, that song sounds familiar for some reason? I was one of them, and that's why I gave her a 9. I love the song. I mean, I listen to it quite often.
Let's move on to 2015 and Mans Zummerlo with Heroes.
I've been singing like a hummingbird, the greatest anthem ever heard. Now sing together. We are the heroes of our time. Heroes. But we're dancing with the demons in our minds. Heroes. We are the heroes of our time.
Let's rate his vocals. 1, 2, 3. 10. 9 again. I mean, he was awesome and he did even more than what the song required.
If I hadn't given 9 to Loreen or Conchita, then I would have given him a 10 as well.
I see. That's why I gave him a 10, just because he deserves a 10 like Conchita and Loreen.
Let's rate his performance.
I'm ready.
Me too.
1, 2, 3. 10.
10, 10, 10,
10,
10, 10.
I love Mans. He's one of my celebrity crushes. I must admit, maybe the biggest Eurovision celebrity crush. And also, his performance was unique. It was exceptional. It was extravagant. I loved everything about it. His personality, he was alone on stage and he filled everything with his personality and the amazing video role, and everyone loved him, I think.
I loved him. That's why I gave him a 10. He was so amazing at, like, interacting with a video wall. It's not an easy thing to interact with a video wall.
He was perfect on time. He was so synced.
He must have, like, practiced it for I don't know how much time. He did it spot on, and I also found it so original that he managed to interact with the stick figure. I mean, it wasn't such a elaborate design, and it was still amazing.
Let's move on to the song itself. 1, 2, 3. 10 again.
10.
I love Mans, I love the song. I know many people say that it's so much like Lovers in the Sun, but I don't see it so much as other people say. It's so catchy. It's 2017, I listen to it all the time, like Euphoria. I know maybe that it's just a pop song and it's not so original, you can say, but it also keeps me motivated and inspired to go and dream and be my own hero. And also, I can't stop dancing to it. I can't get bored of listening to Mans.
I gave him a 10, of course, as well. Well, it was one of the first songs I had heard at the time, and I was like, okay, this song is gonna win the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't care about any of the other songs. I don't care listening to any of them. That's the winner for me. And
even if 2015 was one of the best Eurovisions ever, now we're ready to move on to Jamala, who won with Ukraine in 2016 with her song 1944. Let's rate your vocals. What is it?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Did you give her a 10?
I gave her a 10.
Okay, Tony, your vocals were awesome. But at some point, the pitch of her voice, it's too much for my ears.
Okay, let me justify my 10. I mean, that part where she starts like mourning, that part like touched my heart, and it made me cry. And I didn't cry, but I well up, and it was amazing. Her voice like touched me in so many ways, and that's why I gave her a 10. I love the voice.
Let's rate her performance.
I rate her.
1, 2, 3. 9.
I give her an 8.
I was thinking of giving her an 8 as well, but for some reason I just laugh when the tree comes out. So that's why I gave her a 9. Other than that, I don't really like what she wore.
So I gave her an 8 because even though the performance was so, touching, and her vocals were so great, I found that at some parts of the song, I kind of felt like she was doing the same thing. And at the time that the tree appeared, yes, it was so cool and the shot was so great. I didn't feel like it matched the whole performance.
Okay, I see.
I felt like it was stronger at that point and just went plain the rest of the song. Okay.
Let's vote the song.
Vote the song.
1, 2, 3. 8.
Yeah, I gave it her an 8.
It's a stunning song. It's a song that you are never gonna listen to at home and enjoy it. But if you listen to it live, or if you see a show with this song, it leaves you speechless.
Yeah, I give her an 8 because at the time of that Eurovision year, I really wanted Dami from Australia to win, and I was so passionate about it. But also, I was very passionate about Russia not winning that year because I found that song to be so similar to other songs, and I also didn't like the performance that much, and everyone was saying that Russia was gonna win that year. So I was so happy when Ukraine won, but I wanted Australia to win so much. And
me too.
Yeah, I gave her an 8. It was an amazing song, but not my favorite that year. And now we're heading for our last winner, Portugal 2017 with Salvador Sobral.
Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces, peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer.
I'm ready. Waiting for you.
1.
2, 3. I gave him a 4.
His vocals?
His voice and the tone and the pitch of his voice, I'm not sure what exactly, but he made me feel so awkward. And I would have preferred his sister to sing it instead of Salvador.
Okay, we were at the Ukraine arena at the time.
He was in front of us, like directly in front of us.
We were in the small stage and he was in front of us performing the song, and to be honest, I was not a fan of his, but he did an amazing job performing the song. And I gave him an 8, even though I didn't like the song. I liked his voice, it was okay.
Let's go on to the performance in a sec. I'm ready, but I need to say that I'm quite confused for 2 reasons, and I'm gonna give you the reasons in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 5.
5 as well.
Okay, so there's one thing I hate and one thing I love about his performance. That's why I gave him a 5 right in the middle of the scale. So I hate the gestures and the way he moves. I don't know why, it makes me feel so awkward inside, and it makes me feel sorry for him. I know it sounds harsh, but I don't know how to explain the way he makes me feel and the way he moves. But the fact that he was singing right in the middle of the audience, the video wall, and the way he filled the space was one thing that I loved. And even though I hate the song, I hate the way he moves, he was one of my last out of 43. He was one of my last songs in the final anyway. He was one of my last songs in the final, maybe the last spot was for Portugal, but he did an amazing job with making great atmosphere and very romantic atmosphere. So 5 from me.
I gave him a 5 because it's true, we were there in the arena and he captivated the audience. Everyone was so calm at the time, everyone was so silent. Yeah, you could say sleepy as well.
That's
What song? The song.
Right, the song, I'm ready.
The song. I'm ready too.
2, 3. 1.
One as well.
I can't listen more than 5 seconds without getting sleepy. Sorry, Salvador, I don't like your song.
I'm not sure if I had ever heard his song more than 30 seconds prior to that night of the... It's true, of the final. I had never been able to finish.
It's like the same thing, the same tone going on for 3 minutes.
I know a lot of you out there would judge what we're saying right now, and it's just our
Tell us what you think.
It's a yeah. I feel Salvador performance and his song is like, if you like it, you'll love it. If you hate it, you're gonna hate it for eternity.
It's either love or hate it.
Yeah, it's a little.
So my overall for Salvador is 10 out of 30, and I feel that it's too much for him.
I gave him a 14, and I feel it's an overkill as well.
So
14, 24 out of 60.
So we're ready for the final results, for the final top 10 out of the last 10 winners.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. In 10th place is Germany.
And Lina with 21 out of 60. In place number 9 is Salvador Sobral with 24, and I'm quite surprised because I thought he was gonna end up in place 10. Good job, Salvador.
Yeah, you didn't place last. Okay. In 8th place we have Azerbaijan with 35 points out of 60. Good job, Nikki and
Ali. In 7th spot we have Russia with 37 points as well.
in 6th place we have Denmark with 37 points out of 60.
Are you ready for the top 5?
We've reached our top 5 and
In 5th place we have Norway and Alexander Rybak with 51 points out of 60, which is quite good.
in 4th place we have Ukraine with
Another
52 out of 60. It's quite a surprise for me actually, because
Me as well. 3rd place we have Conchita with 54 points out of 60. And now it's time for the winner.
we have 2 winners actually. And in 1st place we have Sweden with 2 songs actually. 59 out of 60 for both Loreen and Mans.
Do you agree with our top 10? What would you change? What's your top 10? That's all from today for us.
If you guys liked our video, please give us a like, subscribe for more, and also tell us what your top 10 winners from the last 10 years were.
Bye bye!